Hi everyone, welcome to my first ever channel update video. There have been some pretty big changes for me in the last year and a half, and I still get surprised comments for people who weren't aware of them. Especially if you follow the YouTube more than the stream, you might not be caught up. So yeah, I thought it would be a good idea to make a video with this stuff. Let's hop right to it. The first thing we have to get to. You talk now? It's crazy, isn't it? Almost as crazy as being in this map again. Since the end of 2023, I've been using an AI voice on stream. I did train the model myself, but obviously it's not my real voice, right? 2023, a lot of mute streamers started adapting AI voices. You know, it was surprising how good the technology got and how good the voices sounded. I was on the fence about it for a long time, but I was observing other people using them, and I had talks with my chat about it. My observations were that, people were generally very positive about AI voices. So eventually I did come around to it, and I decided to try it for myself. And so since the end of November 2023, that was the first time I used it, I've been using an AI voice to communicate. And yeah, it's a big change from being mute, for sure. But since it's still not your real voice, you still keep a little bit of that barrier, that we had when we were mute. A little bit of that comfort. I don't know. Even though it was definitely an adjustment. But I think overall it's been really good because it lets us communicate more efficiently, right? With other people and with chat. And especially in certain situations, like when I'm playing desktop games, I think it's pretty good, right? Because I don't have to tab out of the game to type to chat. I can just, I can get more of my thoughts and commentary across. So yeah, it's a pretty big change, but I hope everyone sees it as a positive one. Even though you have to endure, a lot more puns and jokes from me. The second most common question is, why'd you change your name? It's a really long story. It's hard to explain. I've tried to explain it a few times now, and it's so jumbled. So, long story short, I've always wanted to change my username on Twitch. I wish I'd picked a different name to start with. I have a preference to being called Chloe to Fusty. What happened was, over the years, Fusty and Fustylugs kind of acquired a negative connotation for me. Now, those aren't really there anymore, as of very recently, so you can call me either one. I know force of habit is very strong. If you still want to call me Fusty or Fustylugs, that's okay. If you want to call me Chloe, that's good too. Right, either one. I'm both of them. They're both me, so... But it was the simple answer just because I wanted to. I wanted to change my name. I've always wanted a cuter name. There, short and sweet instead of having like a million cuts. Look, remember this world? So pretty recently I released a video, which is probably my favorite thing I've ever created. It's a very special video to me, and if you haven't seen it yet, I'd be really grateful if you did. But that video was very significant for a lot of reasons. What kind of set it off was I was streaming a week or two before that. My chat shared with me, specifically Jack and Tomer, found a clip from 2021 where I was, doing a stream where I was just talking to chat and reminiscing and, well, probably being a little bit sad. I was depressed for years. I remember how I used to feel at that time. I went through several pretty tough years, and that was kind of the start of it. I was kind of depressed for a really long time, and back then I didn't really see a path forward. I didn't see how I could be happy again, I am now on that path. I do see the path forward now. I am getting happier, and I expect to only get even happier, But then looking at that clip, it reminded me of how things were back then, and it made me want to go back in time and just give my past self a hug, it got me thinking about the past, and it got me in nostalgia mode, and I started looking at old clips from 2019, 2020, right? And I got a vision for how I could finish this video idea that I had 2 years ago. And I just kind of got obsessed a little bit. I worked on it for 4 days straight. I was staying up until like 3 a.m., 4 a.m. And I finally finished it, and they premiered it on stream. And we spent the whole stream talking about it. So the video and that stream are very special to me. Like I said on social media later, I feel like I exercised some demons making that video. I definitely look at these past several years now with a lot more compassion for myself. I did what I could, I did my best. And I didn't do as good as I wish I had, but I didn't give up, and I'm here because I didn't give up. And now I have the opportunity still, because of that, to make the future better. And so it's really given me the motivation to really work hard again, for the stream, for all my other channels, for new things that I'm gonna have soon. And I really feel like it's a new beginning. It's the end of those dark ages, and I don't know if it's gonna be another golden age necessarily, but I think it's at least gonna be better than what it used to be for the past few years. So what does that all mean for the channel? It means you should be seeing more of me. I technically am unemployed. I had a big life change about half a year ago, and so the job that I had for years, right, I don't have anymore. So for the first time ever, I'm technically a full-time content creator. But yeah, basically, you should be seeing more of me. I'm gonna be streaming more, and I'm gonna be trying to post more on all of my other channels as well. I'm still gonna try to make some dance things, right? Some original choreographies are things that I really want to make. And maybe more videos like the one I just made, more like compilation style, music video style videos. Now let me get out of this rain and finish the video. Pretty world, huh? So I think I got to all of the big points that I wanted to make. If you still have any questions or are curious about anything, of course, you can always leave a comment, ask, right? I'll try to get to it. And if you have any suggestions for what you'd like to see moving forward, there's probably never been a better time to leave a suggestion. I'm really trying to create more. And on that topic, I actually have something that I'm very excited to share that I'm working on, that I'm gonna probably make a video in about 2 weeks with an announcement about that. And I hope that you'll be excited too. I hope that some of you will be interested in that. And if not, well, our regularly scheduled program will be continuing. Thanks for watching the video. Have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. It's actually really funny how jumbled my thoughts are, how many cuts I'm gonna have to make to make this coherent. I need more coffee.